I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting PEP Talks podcast.
Hello. For the rest of this week, I'm going to talk about Backtalk, 4 Steps to Ending Rude Behavior in Kids. And this was a book that came out several years ago. And when I read it, a review copy, I realized that this book is going to be a bestseller because I read it cover to cover and I didn't put it down. It was a fabulous book. And it indeed has become a bestseller. And I think the reason is because it offers practical solutions for dealing with kids' rude behavior. Whether you're dealing with a 3-year-old or a teenager, it's effective and helpful. So parents have found, and myself included, that it doesn't matter what age, using these 4 steps can really help solve the backtalk problem, the rude behavior problem. So today I'm going to talk about what is and isn't backtalk, and then for the next 2 or 3 days, I will discuss each of the steps individually of how to deal with backtalk. And so first we want to really understand that not everything is backtalk. Kids can disagree with us. And a lot of it has to do with the tone in which they disagree with us and their attitude in which they disagree with us. So if a child is being disrespectful, let's say we're looking at a up to age 3-year-old. Backtalk does start this early because if they're talking, chances are that they can have backtalk. So about this age, saying things like bad mommy and I don't like you and no in a disrespectful tone of voice, those are all examples of backtalk. Ages 4 to 6, I hate you, shut up, that's mine, don't touch it, you can't make me, as if, with the attitude, all of those are examples of backtalk. 6 to 8, they might say something like, you're stupid, I'm not doing that. And then as they get a little older, 8 to 11, saying something like, give me a break, that sucks. Lots of eye rolling, huffing and puffing and sighing, saying something like, well, all the other kids get to do it. Those are all backtalk. Age 12 to 14, mom or dad, you don't know anything about music or video games or clothes or anything else that the child cares about. You have to take me to the mall, or demanding or doing anything else that the child's demanding, or saying something as a result of the dinner you put on the table, like that's edible. At age 15 to 17, they might say something like, Dad, you need help, or don't bother me. 17 and older, I'm stressed out, okay? Get out of my face. All of these things are examples of backtalk, and the steps will work and be effective for these different examples. Now, some things that are not backtalk. If a child says, Mommy, why are you mad all the time? Even though that might upset us, it's not backtalk. Grandpa, please don't yell at my mother. Not backtalk. Dad, I don't like it when you go places with Mom and me. Not backtalk. I wish we had a nicer house to live in like Billy does. It's not backtalk. I'd really rather not wear clothes from the yard sale, no matter how new they look, because I don't feel good in them. It's not backtalk. All of these things are examples of children disagreeing with us, but in a respectful tone of voice for the most part, and there's asserting their own individual thinking, beliefs, ideas, and it's not backtalk. So the steps that we're talking about for the next few days are not appropriate to apply in those situations. So let me just set you up with what the 4 steps are, and tomorrow we'll talk about the first 2, and the next day we'll talk about the next 2. So step 1 is to first recognize the backtalk. Step 2 is to choose the right consequence for the behavior. Step 3 is to enact the consequence that you decide on. And the 4th step is to disengage from the struggle. So again, for tomorrow, we'll talk about step 1 and step 2, recognize and choose. And then on Friday, we'll talk about step 3 and step 4, which is to enact the consequence and disengage. So have a great day. Start looking for examples of what is and isn't backtalk, and have a great day. Happy parenting.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Positive Parenting PEP Talks podcast. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Debbie Godfrey, owner and founder of positiveparenting.com. I hope you'll go and check out my website and follow me on Instagram and let me know about what you thought about today's episode. Did you learn something new? Were you able to do something different with your children? Did you have a success story? Those are my favorite to share. Let me know. Contact me. I'd love to hear from you. And also, what future topics would you be interested in hearing about on the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast? Thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. Take care and happy parenting.